Glen in Watkins, Glen, USA. The wind speed is 5 km/h from the north-northeast. Leon Berger from Namibia in turn 2, is second. Jonathan Geldon, who is from Italy, in turn 5, outer loop is 4th. Dylan Visage from South Africa is P5. Chris Foley from South Africa is P15. Jake Owis from Namibia is first. Jake Owis is up 2.87 in turn 5, outer loop. Jake Owis is up 3.11 in turn 8, heel. Jake Owis is up 3.41 in turn 11. Dylan Visage is 5th. Ryan Ludick is provisional pole with a 142.022. Dylan Visage is provisional pole with a 141.263. Danny Van Ruyen is provisional pole with a 140.882. Chantel de Jager from Namibia in turn 7, toe is 15th, up 8.10. Chantel de Jager is up 8.15 in turn 10. Chantel de Jager improved is P17 with a 147.202. 6.320 off pole. Chantel de Jager is up 0.08 in turn 2, S's. Dylan Visage is P2. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Dylan Visage is up 0.32 in turn 10. Dylan Visage is provisional pole with a 140.410. Chantel de Jager is 18th, up 0.94. Chantel de Jager is up 1.22 in turn 8, heel. Chantel de Jager is up 2.06 in turn 11. Chantel de Jager improved his 18th with a 1:45.124. 4.714 off pole. Danny van Ruyen from Netherlands is P2 up 0.22. JP Hamilton from Namibia is P5. JP Hamilton improved his 5th with a 1:41.667. 1.257 off pole. Renando Berger in turn 11 is P12. Renando Berger improved his 11th with a 1:42.326. 1.916 off pole. Jaco is in turn 6, Laces is P3 up 0.19. Jaco is up 0.11 in turn 8, heel. Jaco is up 0.11 in turn 11. Danny van Ruyen in turn 10 is P2 up 0.13. JP Brand from South Africa is 15th. JP Brand improved his P7 with a 1:41.758. 1.348 off pole. Keegan Paxton is 17th. Keegan Paxton improved his P16 with a 1:43.815. 3.405 off pole. Hernus Barson from South Africa in turn 10 is P17 up 0.44. Hernus Barson improved his 16th with a 1:43.516. 3.106 off pole. Michelle Rust from Namibia in turn 8, heel is P9 up 0.18. Five minutes remaining in the session. Michelle Rust is up 0.74 in turn 11. Michelle Rust improved his 4th with a 1:41.327. 0.917 off pole. JP Brand is P8 up 0.29. JP Brand improved his P7 with a 1:41.656. 1.246 off pole. Gianni Koasi from Namibia in turn 11 is 15th. Ryan Ludick from South Africa in turn 9 is 11th up 0.78. Ryan Ludick improved his P4 with a 141.115. 0.705 off pole. Melvin Gus from Namibia is P18 up 0.85. Melvin Gus improved his P18 with a 144.143. 3.733 off pole. Jonathan Gelden, who is in turn 9, is 10th up 0.21. Jaco is in turn 9 is P3 up 0.26. Jaco is improved his second with a 140.803. 0.393 off pole. Prior to Gelden, who is from South Africa in turn 7, toe is P11 up 0.11. Renando Berger in turn 7, toe is 14th up 0.39. Best lap is a 142.326. 1.916 off pole. Renando Berger is up 0.24 in turn 9. Renando Berger improved his P11 with a 141.936. 1.526 off pole. Danny van Rooyen is P3 up 0.40. Danny van Rooyen improved his P2 with a 140.487. 0.077 off pole. Kevin Krause from South Africa in turn 1, the 90 is 21st. Jamie Ray Nichols from South Africa is 14th up 0.30. Kevin Krause is P21 up 0.17. The qualifying session is now in overtime. Kevin Krause is up 0.78 in turn 8. Heel. Kevin Krause is up 1.49 in turn 11. Chris Foley is 19th. Kevin Krause is 21st. JP Brand in turn 2, S's is 8th. Best lap is a 1:41.656. 1.246 off pole. Is 5 km from the northeast. Dylan Visage from South Africa is first. Danny van Rooyen from Netherlands is second. Jaco is from Namibia is P3. Ryan Ludick from South Africa is fourth. Michelle Rust from Namibia is fifth. Henke Callahan from Namibia is sixth. Ernest Heather from South Africa is seventh. Kevin Krause entering the pits is P22. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. JP Brand from South Africa in turn 1, the 90 is 8th. Kevin Krause exiting pits on mediums. Jonathan Gelden, who is from Italy, in turn 4, S's is P10. Higher to Gelden, who is from South Africa, in turn 5, outer loop is 11th. Higher to Gelden, who is now P10. Gianni Koasi from Namibia is P11. Melvin Gus from Namibia is P12. JP Brand in turn 9 is P13. Jano van der Westhuizen entering the pits is 22nd. Jamie Ray Nichols from South Africa is 14th. Renando Berger is 15th, 0.1 behind Jamie Ray Nichols. Renando Berger passed Jamie Ray Nichols for P14. Jamie Ray Nichols on lap 2 is 15th, 0.1 behind Renando Berger. Hernus Barson from South Africa is P20. Best lap is a 2:02.504. 16.016 off the fastest lap. Hernus Barson passed Chantel de Jager for P19. Dylan Visage is second, 0.1 behind Danny van Rooyen. Ernest Heather in turn 9 is 6th, 0.4 behind Michelle Rust. Jano van der Westhuizen exiting pits. Henke Callahan is 8th, 0.6 behind JP Hamilton. Higher to Gelden, who is 10th, 0.4 behind Gianni Koasi. Melvin Gus in turn 3, S's is P12, 0.1 ahead of JP Brand. JP Brand is 13th, 0.2 behind Melvin Gus. Jamie Ray Nichols in turn 6, Macy's is P14. Best lap is a 1:44.258. 3.458 off the fastest lap. Renando Berger in turn 7, toe on lap 3 is 15th, 0.2 behind Jamie Ray Nichols. Dylan Visagi from South Africa in turn 10 is second, 0.4 behind Danny van Rooyen. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Michel Rust is P6, 0.4 behind Ernest Heather. JP Brand on lap 4 is P13, 0.2 behind Melvin Gus. Jamie Ray Nichols from South Africa in turn 3, S's is 14th, 0.2 behind JP Brand. Leon Berger from Namibia is 17th, 0.4 behind Chris Foley. Dylan Visagi on lap 4 is second, 0.4 behind Danny van Rooyen. Melvin Gus is P13, 0.1 behind JP Brand. Melvin Gus passed JP Brand for 12th. JP Brand in turn 9 is 13th. Best lap is a 1:43.451. 3.069 off the fastest lap. Chris Foley from South Africa in turn 10 is 16th, 0.4 behind Leon Berger. Pieter Gelden who is P10, 0.4 behind Gianni Coacy. Melvin Gus in turn 4, S's on lap 5 is P13, 0.3 behind JP Brand. Michel Rust in turn 6, Laces is P6, 0.6 behind Ernest Heather. Gianni Coacy in turn 7, Toe is 10th, 0.4 behind Pieter Gelden who is. Jano van der Westhuizen entering the pits is P22. JP Brand is 13th, 0.4 behind Melvin Gus. Renando Berger in turn 8, heel is P17, 0.2 behind Chris Foley. Chris Foley was 4.1 faster last lap. Renando Berger passed Chris Foley for 16th. Chris Foley is P17, 0.4 behind Renando Berger. Chris Foley was 4.1 faster last lap. Hernes Barson is 19th, 0.5 behind Keegan Paxton. Michel Rust in turn 5, outer loop is 6th, 0.6 behind Ernest Heather. Jonathan Gelden who is P11, 0.6 behind Gianni Coacy. Jano van der Westhuizen exiting pits. JP Brand from South Africa in turn 7, Toe is 13th, 0.6 behind Melvin Gus. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Jamie Ray Nichols in turn 8, he is 14th, 0.2 behind JP Brand. Michelle Rust is 6th, 0.3 behind Ernest Heather. Henka Callahan on lap 7 is P8, 0.7 behind JP Hamilton. Ernest Barson in turn 3, S's is 19th battling Keegan Paxton. Ernest Barson passed Keegan Paxton for P18. Keegan Paxton is 19th, 0.2 behind Ernest Barson. Ernest Heather in turn 8, he is 6th, 0.3 behind Michelle Rust. Henka Callahan is P8, 0.3 behind JP Hamilton. JP Brand is 13th, 0.4 ahead of Jamie Ray Nichols. Jamie Ray Nichols is P14, 0.6 behind JP Brand. JP Brand in turn 2, S's is P13, 0.4 ahead of Jamie Ray Nichols. Jamie Ray Nichols is 14th, 0.4 behind JP Brand. Michelle Rust in turn 7, Toe is 6th, 0.4 behind Ernest Heather. Melvin Gus in turn 7, Toe is P13. Best lap is a 1:43.509. 3.127 off the fastest lap. Melvin Gus is now P15. Michelle Rust is P6, 0.3 behind Ernest Heather. Henka Callahan is P8. Best lap is a 1:41.997. 1.615 off the fastest lap. Melvin Gus is 16th, 0.5 behind Renando Berger. Michelle Rust in turn 5, outer loop is P6, 0.3 behind Ernest Heather. Melvin Gus is P16. Henka Callahan in turn 7, Toe is P8, 0.6 behind JP Hamilton. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Melvin Gus in turn 7, toe is P16, 0.4 behind Renando Berger. Renando Berger in turn 8, heel is 16th. Michel Rust in turn 1, the 90 is P6. Best lap is a 1:41.575. 1.193 off the fastest lap. Henke Callahan from Namibia in turn 3, S's is 8th, 0.1 behind JP Hamilton. JP Hamilton from Namibia is 8th battling Henke Callahan. JP Hamilton passed Henke Callahan for 7th. Henke Callahan in turn 6, Laces is 8th, 0.3 behind JP Hamilton. JP Brand in turn 6, Laces is P14, 0.2 behind Leon Berger. Chris Foley from South Africa is P18, 0.3 behind Hernus Barson. Ernest Heather from South Africa is 6th, 0.4 behind Michel Rust. Henke Callahan in turn 1, the 90 is 8th, 0.3 behind JP Hamilton. JP Brand in turn 1, the 90 is 14th, 0.4 behind Leon Berger. Jano van der Westhuizen entering the pits is 22nd. Ernest Heather is P6, 0.5 behind Michel Rust. Leon Berger in turn 5, outer loop is P14, 0.1 behind JP Brand. JP Brand in turn 6, Laces is P14, 0.3 behind Leon Berger. Jano van der Westhuizen exiting pits. Jake Owes in turn 11 is P4, 0.5 behind Ryan Ludick. Jake Owes was 1.0 faster last lap. JP Brand in turn 9 is 14th, 0.6 behind Leon Berger. Jake Owes from Namibia is P4, 0.2 behind Ryan Ludick. Jake Owes passed Ryan Ludick for 3rd. Ryan Ludick in turn 5, outer loop is 4th, 0.1 behind Jake Owes. Leon Berger is 14th, 0.1 behind JP Brand. JP Brand in turn 5, outer loop is 14th, 0.3 behind Leon Berger. Jonathan Gelden, who is in turn 9, is 11th, 0.7 behind Gianni Coaci. JP Brand on lap 12 is 14th, 0.4 behind Leon Berger. Renando Berger in turn 11 is P16. Melvin Gus is P14, 0.1 ahead of JP Brand. JP Brand is 15th, 0.1 behind Melvin Gus. Melvin Gus in turn 5, outer loop is P15 battling JP Brand. The leader has just finished the race. Danny Van Ruyen finished first. Dylan Visagie finished second. Jano van der Westhuizen finished P22. Jaco Wiz finished P3. Ryan Ludick finished 4th. Kevin Krause finished 21st. Michel Rust finished P5. Ernest Heather finished 6th. JP Hamilton finished 7th. Henke Callahan finished P8. Pieter Gelden, who is finished P9. Gianni Coaci finished P10. Jonathan Gelden, who is finished P11. Jamie Ray Nichols finished 12th. Leon Berger finished 13th. JP Brand finished 14th. Melvin Gus finished 15th. Renando Berger finished 16th. Hernes Barson finished 17th. Chris Foley finished 18th. Keegan Paxton finished P19. Chantel de Jager from Namibia finished P20. The race session is at Watkins Glen in Watkins Glen, USA. The wind speed is 13 km/h from the northeast. Jano van der Westhuizen from Italy is first. Minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Kevin Krause from South Africa is P3. Renando Berger is fourth. Renando Berger passed Keegan Paxton for second. Keegan Paxton is third. Pieter Gelden, who is from South Africa, is 7th. Kevin Krause entering the pits is 22nd. Kevin Krause exiting pits. Danny van Rooyen from Netherlands is P11. Danny van Rooyen is now 10th. Jaco Wys from Namibia is 11th. JP Hamilton from Namibia is 12th. Jamie Ray Nichols from South Africa is 13th, 0.2 behind JP Hamilton. Henke Callahan from Namibia on lap 2 is 15, 0.3 behind JP Brand. Chantel de Jager exiting pits. Michelle Rust from Namibia in turn 5, outer loop is P16. Best lap is a 1:58.012. 9.050 off the fastest lap. Jano van der Westhuizen is second, 0.4 behind Renando Berger. Melvin Gus from Namibia in turn 8, heel is P5 battling Gianni Coacy. Melvin Gus lost P14 to Henke Callahan. Melvin Gus lost P15 to Michelle Rust. Gianni Coacy from Namibia in turn 10 on lap 2 is 4th, 0.4 behind Keegan Paxton. Dylan Visagi from South Africa is P5, 0.4 behind Gianni Coacy. Dylan Visagi is now 4th. Keegan Paxton is 15th. Keegan Paxton lost P17 to Ryan Ludick. Keegan Paxton is now P17. Danny Van Ruyen on lap 3 is P5, 0.1 behind Dylan Visagi. Jonathan Geldon, who is from Italy, in turn 5, outer loop, is 15th, 0.1 ahead of Ryan Ludick. Jonathan Geldon, who is lost 15th to Ryan Ludick. Jonathan Geldon, who is lost P16 to Keegan Paxton. Jonathan Geldon, who is lost 17th to Chris Foley. Jamie Ray Nichols is 9th. Jamie Ray Nichols lost 9th to JP Hamilton. 15 minutes remaining in the session. JP Brand from South Africa is 11th, 0.2 behind Jamie Ray Nichols. Michelle Rust in turn 11 is 12th, 0.3 behind JP Brand. Dylan Visagi in turn 2, S's is 5th, 0.2 ahead of Jaco Wiz. Jaco Wiz is 6th, 0.2 behind Dylan Visagi. Gianni Coacy is 6th, 0.1 behind Jaco Wiz. Gianni Coacy lost 12th to Henke Callahan. Ernest Heather from South Africa is 14th, 0.4 behind Gianni Coacy. Gianni Coacy on lap 4 is 14th, battling Ernest Heather. Gianni Coacy passed Ernest Heather for P13. Ernest Heather in turn 9 is 14th, 0.2 behind Gianni Coacy. Ernest Heather was 1.8 faster last lap. Leon Berger from Namibia is P8. Michelle Rust in turn 2, S's is 9th, 0.2 behind Leon Berger. Ryan Ludick from South Africa in turn 3, S's is 15th, 0.8 behind Gianni Coacy. Keegan Paxton in turn 4, S's is 16th, 1.3 ahead of Chris Foley. Danny Van Ruyen is 2nd, 0.2 behind Jano van der Westhuizen. Jano van der Westhuizen is P2, 0.2 behind Danny Van Ruyen. Renando Berger in turn 10 is P3, 0.4 behind Jano van der Westhuizen. JP Brand in turn 11 is 11th, 0.3 ahead of Henke Callahan. Jonathan Geldon, who is P15, 0.6 behind Gianni Coacy. Jonathan Gelden who was 8.2 faster last lap. Dylan Visagie is P4, 0.2 behind Renando Berger. JP Brand in turn 5, outer loop is P11, 0.3 behind Jamie Ray Nichols. Melvin Gus entering the pits is first. JP Brand is now P12. Jonathan Gelden who is 16, 0.6 behind Gianni Coaci. Jonathan Gelden who was 10.1 faster last lap. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Renando Berger in turn 9 on lap 6 is 5th, 0.4 behind Dylan Visagie. Ernest Heather is 14th, 0.6 behind Henke Callahan. Jonathan Gelden who in turn 10 is P16, 0.4 behind Gianni Coaci. Dylan Visagie is P3, 0.5 behind Jano van der Westhuizen. Jaco is in turn 5, outer loop on lap 7 is P5, 0.4 behind Renando Berger. Michel Rust in turn 6, Laces is P8, 0.5 behind JP Hamilton. Henke Callahan in turn 7, Toe is 12th. Best lap is a 1:42.955. 2.741 off the fastest lap. Ernest Heather in turn 8, Heel is 13th, 0.5 behind Henke Callahan. Jonathan Gelden who is 15th. Best lap is a 1:42.251. 2.037 off the fastest lap. Jaco is in turn 2, S's is 5th, 0.4 behind Renando Berger. JP Hamilton in turn 4, S's is 7th, 0.2 behind prior to Gelden who is. JP Hamilton was 1.3 faster last lap. JP Hamilton passed prior to Gelden who is for 6th. Prior to Gelden who is in turn 5, outer loop is P7, 0.1 behind JP Hamilton. JP Brand is P13, 0.4 behind Jamie Ray Nichols. JP Brand lost 14th to Gianni Coaci. Prior to Gelden who is 7th, 0.3 ahead of Michel Rust. Michel Rust is 8th. Best lap is a 1:41.983. 1.769 off the fastest lap. Ernest Heather in turn 11 is P10, 0.5 ahead of Henke Callahan. Henka Callahan from Namibia in turn 1. The 90 is P11, 0.6 behind Ernest Heather. Jano van der Westhuizen on lap 9 is P4, 0.6 behind Jaco Wiz. Leon Berger in turn 5, outer loop is P10, 0.1 behind Ernest Heather. Ernest Heather was 2.2 faster last lap. Five minutes remaining in the session. Michel Rust in turn 8, he is 7th, 0.9 behind JP Hamilton. Jonathan Gelden who is P14, 0.1 behind Gianni Coaci. Gianni Coaci was 0.5 faster last lap. Jano van der Westhuizen in turn 11 is 8th. Jano van der Westhuizen entering the pits is 8th. Keegan Paxton is 16th, 2.7 ahead of Chris Foley. Jonathan Gelden who is from Italy in turn 1, the 90 is 13th, 0.2 behind Gianni Coaci. Jonathan Gelden who is was 0.5 faster last lap. JP Hamilton is 6th, 0.1 behind Michel Rust. Jonathan Gelden who is in turn 5, outer loop is 13th, 0.2 behind Gianni Coaci. Jano van der Westhuizen exiting pits. Jonathan Gelden who is past Gianni Coaci for P12. Gianni Coaci in turn 7, toe is P13, 0.1 behind Jonathan Gelden who is. Gianni Coaci past Jonathan Gelden who is for P12. JP Brand in turn 8, heel is P13 battling Jonathan Gelden who is. Jonathan Gelden who is P14, 0.2 behind JP Brand. JP Brand was 1.5 faster last lap. JP Hamilton in turn 2, S's is P7. Best lap is a 1:41.977. 1.763 off the fastest lap. JP Brand from South Africa in turn 2, S's is 13th, 0.2 behind Gianni Coaci. Pieter Gelden who is P7, 0.3 behind JP Hamilton. Ernest Heather in turn 7, toe is P8, 0.2 behind Pieter Gelden who is. JP Brand in turn 7, toe is P13, 0.4 behind Gianni Coaci. Kevin Krause entering the pits is P19. Jonathan Gelden who is in turn 8, heel is 14th, 0.3 behind JP Brand. Kevin Krause exiting pits. JP Brand in turn 10 is 13th, 0.4 behind Gianni Coaci. Henke Callahan in turn 2, S's is 10th, 0.1 behind Leon Berger. Kevin Krause exiting pits. Jonathan Geldon, who is from Italy, in turn 3, S's is P14, 0.3 behind JP Brand. JP Brand is 14th, 0.1 behind Jonathan Geldon, who is Ernest Heather on lap 12 is 7th, 0.3 behind JP Hamilton. Jonathan Geldon, who is P13, 0.4 behind Gianni Coaci. JP Brand is P14, 0.4 behind Jonathan Geldon, who is Michel Rust in turn 2, S's is P5. Best lap is a 1:41.860. 1.646 off the fastest lap. Henke Callahan in turn 2, S's is P10, 0.3 behind Leon Berger. Michel Rust is 8, 1.7 ahead of Leon Berger. Michel Rust lost P10 to Jamie Ray Nichols. Jonathan Geldon, who is 14th, 0.5 behind JP Brand. The leader has just finished the race. Danny van Ruyen finished first. Jano van der Westhuizen finished 18th. Dylan Visagie finished second. Jaco Wies finished P3. Renando Berger finished 4th. JP Hamilton finished 5th. Pieter Geldon, who is finished 6th. Leon Berger finished P7. Henke Callahan finished 8th. Jamie Ray Nichols finished P9. Gianni Coaci finished P10. Michel Rust finished 11th. JP Brand finished P12. Ernest Heather finished 13th. Keegan Paxton finished P14. Chris Foley finished 15th. Kevin Krause finished 19th. Hernus Barson from South Africa is 16th. Hernus Barson finished P16.